When authorities at the Mampong Nursing and Midwifery Training College are blaming the police for the death of a teacher and his brother they had mistakenly shot for armed robbers. According to the school authorities, one of the deceased would have survived if the police had responded in time to give him the necessary medical attention.
The policemen, instead of agreeing and sending him to the hospital, rather said they have to send them, Meme and the brother, to the charge office before sending them to the hospital. Then they drove off. Around 5 a.m., a tutor received a call from another tutor that a nurse at the hospital had called him and told him that Tutor Bennett, the victim, was seriously sick and had been rushed to the hospital. The two tutors and another male tutor went to the casualty unit of the Mampong Municipal Hospital and saw the dead body of the victim.
As Vice Principal Mercy Poku addressed the press conference on Thursday, and she called on the Inspector General of Police to institute an independent investigation into the incident.
The purpose of this press briefing is not to inflate passion and raise tension, but to clarify issues and call on the IGP to take this matter serious. We ask for an independent investigation team to thoroughly look into this matter. We strongly believe that on this particular occasion, if the police were a little more professional, this incident wouldn't have happened. We seek for justice and we will follow this matter to its logical conclusion.
So let's try and understand what really happened and what steps are being put in place to ensure that this particular incident does not recur any time soon. Joining me over the phone lines now is District Commander for the area, Superintendent Bismarck Japan. Superintendent, good morning. Many thanks for your time here on NewsDesk.
Good morning.
So the very first question I would like to ask is, what really happened? I mean, what was the account given to you by your men on the ground that day?
Yeah, I believe this has been said over and over again, that they were patrolling and responded to a call to come and help some victims who were being attacked by armed robbers. And in the process, many things happened, and in the end, there was firing and people suffered.
The question many are asking is why the police would just open fire on civilians who are not even armed in the first place.
Right, as it is, this is the reason why full investigation is being launched into this matter. And we have to note that on the occasion, they were not sure of their identities as teachers or staff of the school, but they had been told they were armed robbers. So
they shot at them even though they were not armed?
That's what I'm saying. That, yeah, it's not shooting at people who are not armed. There were so many happening, and that will be left with the judgment of those who were at the scene. Nobody is trained in the police service to go and shoot innocent people, but it depends on what assessment was made at the scene. And I don't want to speak to the instances so much because I think reports have been made on it and investigation is being conducted into it, and therefore for me no need to go into my detail unless there is a full report from the investigation. Then people will know exactly what happened.
Okay, so the problem with what you're saying for a lot of people now is that this is not the first time we are hearing of such an incident. Police opening fire on persons who probably are not armed, probably are just innocent civilians just going about their normal duties. And we do hear of investigations that are going to be undertaken, and in the end, nothing really happens. So for many sitting on the outside, hearing this It's just the same thing we hear the police say. And in this instance, 2 lives have been lost.
Right. We cannot conclude that nothing happens when we say investigation is being conducted. Probably media houses following up give up on the cases, but something happens when investigation is conducted into any matter, is conducted to its fullest conclusion, and a report is given, and whatever recommendations are made are also adhered to. So we cannot say that nothing happened, but along the line, people stop following such cases. And in fact, he said, I'm going to speak to issues here as to the arrangement, as to how we are collaborating with the people on the ground.
Indeed.
But not to have a general matter discussion on behalf of the police. So if I can be limited, then
okay.
I think
so how is the police in Mampong planning on handling this particular issue? How do you want to handle it?
Right. I think we have a procedure in the service anytime there's an incident of this nature. And the procedure is that you have to report the administration. You report to the administration, and we have done that accordingly. We have this is the regional commander who has come here, and together with the divisional and district police, we have visited the school, we have visited the family, and now they have asked us to bring full report on what happened, which is in the process. And locally here at a NewsDesk level, that is a municipal security council, we agreed to visit them yesterday. And unfortunately, at the time we were going to also holding a press conference. And so it was rescheduled to this morning. And I've had a word with the MC together with other security heads. And very soon we'll visit the school and visit the family. Again, we have contacted the hospital administration, and they have also invited the pathologist who is going to examine the body and give a report. So as you can see from this brief, everything is working in all parts for effective or perfect conclusion of this matter.
Where are these police officers who perpetrated this act in the first place?
Can you repeat this, please?
I'm asking of the police officers who shot and killed these 2 gentlemen.
Yes, we were invited to bring them to the regional headquarters. We sent them, and we've been asked to bring them back to the division, and they will call us again for further interrogation.
So as things stand now, they are still at post?
Yes, they are here at Mampong, but we've been asked to stand by, and that when there's a regional commander, we'll meet them again. And so we are waiting to hear instructions from the regional commander.
Okay, but they are at post. That's what I wanted to establish.
When you say they are at post, I think you have to explain to me what it really means.
No, they are at post. As in they are working. They've come to work and they are going about their normal duties, right?
They are standing by.
Okay. What's the duration we are looking at? I'm speaking of this particular investigation that the police is into now as we speak. How long do we think this whole process will last?
Yeah, it depends on the revelations that will come. It depends on how many people who are being asked to give statement, and then that will help us to tell the outcome. But you cannot say, give me a day or two, because every investigation has different timelines.
Indeed.
Depending on the content and what you're looking at. So it's difficult for me sitting here and say, give me a week or two.
If you had to take a wild guess, how long would it take? A month, 2 months, or 6 months?
No, we will ensure we speed up investigation, but I cannot give timeline.
But it wouldn't be up to a month, would it?
It's difficult to give timeline, but we'll speed up. It could be less, it could be more, but I cannot say for now, because it depends on how many people we are talking to, how many people who are willing to come forward. And then we submit a report to administration, and then administration will study, and then they give directives as to the way it should go.
Okay. Superintendent, many thanks for your time on NewsDesk this morning. We really appreciate your time. And that was District Commander for Mampong, the Superintendent Bismarck in Japan, speaking to us a while ago. You're watching NewsDesk here on Joy News. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll bring you a few more stories. Stay with us.